working on, working with blockchain technology, trying to will buy the human art, then I'm part of that artist's story. You know, I bring that art into my house, and I become part of that community. So we are very excited at Handmade Soko about AI and what it can do, and we have done away with the fear of what it does to the artists. Nonetheless, there is, other than visual art, there is the art we do with our hands, the clay, the sewing, all that. It's still there, and that one, the AI, well, the robots are coming, but well, at the moment, there's still so much you can do in terms of expressing yourself and representing what our culture stands for.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Any other question? Yeah, let's clap for her better. Amazing. Thank you so much. That was great. That was amazing. We continue to learn. We said that we are learning, yeah? And we shall continue to learn until we implement everything that there is to implement. So then allow me to welcome our next presenter. I want to welcome on stage Eugene Quach. Eugene Quach is coming from one of our organizations, Ronald Africa. Eugene is in charge of PR and international business development at Ronald Africa. Welcome, Eugene, for the next session.
Thank you so much. My work here is to introduce our group managing partner, who will in turn take us through the next presentation. But as I begin, I wish us to agree with me that indeed Africa is a land of immense opportunity. And in the next few moments, as I introduce this gentleman, you will be able to realize that is a gentleman whose impact has indeed spoken for itself, having helped build over 2,500 businesses in his over 2 decades of professional practice. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce to you FCPA Ronald N. Bosi, who is the group managing partner of Ronald's LLP. He is a corporate leader and provides leadership to a team of over 170 professionals, offering transformative and out-of-box corporate advice, financial audits, strategic finance, business strategy, accounting, tax, corporate governance, and deal advisory services to organizations across African continent. His background, experience, and core competencies is in the areas of financial audits across Africa, taxation in East Africa region, business strategy, business formations in Africa, among others consultancies. He also sits in various advisory boards. Ronald is an experienced trainer and has been an invited guest speaker and trainer by various companies and educational institutions like IcePark, Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, Strathmore Business School, USIU, among others. Ronald was recently named Top 40 Under 40 Men 2021 by Business Daily in recognition to his contribution to the corporate entities in Kenya and across the African region. He is also the recipient of the Certificate of Commendation in the recent award ceremony by IcePark. He was named the Star of the Month by the Accountant Journal, a publication of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya. Ronald is a doctoral student at the USIU, holds a master's degree of business administration from Jomo Kenyatta, a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, and is a member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, a practicing accountant, a member of the Institute Public Accountants of Uganda, Accountants of Rwanda, a member of the Institute of Internal Auditors, a member of the Kenya Institute of Management, and a member of the Institute of Certified Secretaries. He is an alumni of Strathmore Business School Owner-Manager Program. He has undertaken various trainings locally and internationally. Among them, Lagos Business School Owner-Manager Program, Kenya Bureau of Standards, ISO Audit and Implementation, BKR International in London, China, USA, South Africa, and Ethiopia. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is FCPA, CS, MKIM, MBA, BPA. That is some of the initials of his name. I introduce to you a man who has seen the tremendous growth and has impacted businesses. And actually recently, he was recognized as an FCPA. You know, there are very few FCPAs, for those who understand. This is the gentleman I introduced to you. Tafadhali, a round of applause as I introduce the group managing partner, Ronald Bosi.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Eugene, for that big introduction. Eugene is our head of PR, and he knows all of us are accountants, so we are very timid and introverted. So he's the one who speaks on our behalf. So please don't expect me to talk in the same measure of emphasis. But he does a great job. So please help me to clap for Eugene. And there's a lot of PR. But thank you. So it's a pleasure to be in your midst this evening, especially people who are entrepreneurial and thinking globally in terms of how do we scale our organizations to a global level. So maybe just before I share some few insights, is also to appreciate the team, the CEO's Conclave, for organizing this important forum. It's always a pleasure to network, to meet people of similar mindset, and see what we can learn from each other in order to scale our businesses. So I will want to introduce our practice, Ronald's LLP, on what we do. So we are a leading indigenous Pan-African professional service firm. What we do, in a nutshell, we support organizations' growth, professionalism, and sustainability. So in summary, you can say we are the GPS of business. GPS, eh? Giving directions to organization, direction. So in terms of a bit deeper explanation, our mantle or our preamble is the big picture in terms of amplifying what organizations are supposed to achieve in a bigger way, having a global perspective of things. Yeah, it's a good thing. And last time I was in this forum, I said that for a long time, organizations in Africa, we have epitomized being small. We've emphasized that SMEs are nice, are good, and that has really limited our capacity to scale and have real impact. Just even in Kenya, across the region, and in Africa. And I realized that for you to have a great impact and to be competitive, not just locally, but also globally, scale is very, very important. So we advocate for scale. And scale cannot be achieved if there are no pillars of scale. The pillars of scale is professionalism, having proper structures, systems, and processes, so that the business is not significantly informal, but trying to formalize it so that when you grow, you are able to become a more sustainable business rather than a shambolic business that is just trying to make an income and survive rather than creating greater impact. So that is what we advocate for. And of course, trying to illuminate and catalyze paths for growth and show businesses that they can grow. We actually do this through various advisory services, be it strategic counsel. We also do tax, because we realize that the biggest issue for most organizations, why they will not grow, is to fear tax. Some organizations and business owners, even before they begin, they are complaining about KRA, isn't it? Even before they begin. And I always tell them that, KRA doesn't tax losses. If you make losses, will KRA tax you? KRA taxes profits. So therefore, they are looking at, I've seen my friend there. How are you, Nancy? So KRA is looking for, have you made profits so that we can be able to tax them? So we advise on that. At the same time, we have, for those companies that are growing across the region, we help them on the tax strategy, and now they can optimize the various tax advantages that are in the law and make sense of the tax regimes in different jurisdictions, be it in Kenya, in Uganda, in Rwanda, and up to 30 African jurisdictions. So that's what we do. At the same time, strategy formulation. So in terms of our story, we come from a very humble beginning, from the downtown of Nairobi in Kirinyaga Road. That's where the company began, hawking professional services. But we had a unique opportunity to grow in leaps and bounds to various jurisdictions. Up to now, we have served over 3,000 companies in terms of direct contact advisory. But of course, through development partners, we've consulted with a lot of multiple SMEs across Africa. We have a team of about